Hello everyone, my name is Akshay Arora and in this video we are going to discuss the paper solution of the JEE Mains examination that happened on 1st of February 2024 and the shift is evening shift, that is shift number 2. So let's start with the paper solution. Let us go to the question number 1. Here is a question number 1 in front of you. If the domain of this function fx is equals to square root of x square minus 25 whole divided by 4 minus x square plus log of x square plus 2x minus 15 to the base 10 is minus infinity to alpha union beta to infinity. See, alpha is in the open interval, beta is in the closed interval. Then we need to get the value of alpha square plus beta cube and how to do this question. So basically, let us talk about the things which are there in the square root. So the expression which is there in the square root should be positive. X square minus 25 should be positive. Can it be 0? Yes, it can be 0 also. So from here, x square minus 25 greater than 0 will give us the value of x belongs to minus infinity to minus 5 and then union 5 to infinity. Here 5 and minus 5 in the closed interval. Now second part. Second is the quantity which is there in the denominator should not be 0. That means x square should not be equals to 4 and x should not be equals to plus 2 or minus 2. Now the third quantity is the quantity which is there in the logarithm x square plus 2x minus 15. X square plus 2x minus 15 should be positive. Now here it should be 2x. Okay, let us try to factorize it. So factors will be 5 and 3. It will be x plus 5, x minus 3 and should be greater than 0. So I got to know from here one of the critical point is 3 and one other is minus 5. So 0 is not satisfying it. So from here we got x belongs to minus infinity to minus 5 union 3 to infinity. I hope you got this expression. So these are in the open interval. Now if I take the intersection of first, then second and then third. So I'll be able to see that x belongs to minus infinity to minus 5 and then we have union 5 to infinity. So this 5 is included, this 5 is in the closed interval, but this 5 is an open interval because here minus 5 is not included. So we got the value of alpha by the comparison as minus 5 and we got the value of beta as 5. If I want to get the value of alpha square plus beta cube, so that will be equals to 25 and then 125. So the result will be equals to 150 over here. 150 is given to us in the fourth option. So fourth option will be the final answer. Let us move to the question number 2. If z is a complex number such that modulus of z greater than 1, then the minimum value of this expression they are asking for. So modulus z greater than 1 denotes the circle, exterior region of the circle which is having the center at origin and which is having the radius as 1. Okay. So the exterior region of this circle is denoted by mod z greater than or equals to 1. Alright. Now they are asking the minimum value of this function. So we got to know that here we have, if I try to convert it into z minus something, so it will be z minus, it is minus 3 by 2 and then we can write here as minus 2 iota. Alright. And this is taken the modulus. So minus 3 by 2 minus 2. So minus 3 by 2 and minus 2 would be outside this circle. Alright. So if I want to get the minimum distance of this region with this point, so obviously this point belongs to this region which is defined by mod z greater than 1. So the minimum distance of these all points from this points will be 0. And 0 is not given to us in any of the option. That is why answer is 0 over here. But since 0 is not given in any of the solutions, so that is why this was a bonus question. Moving ahead to the next problem, consider a triangle ABC where A is given, B is given, C is given. If the angle bisector of BAC meet the line BC at D. So basically let me draw the diagram in front of you first of all. A is 1, 3, 2. Okay. Now the B is minus 2, 8 and 0. And if I talk about the C is 3, 6 and 7. Now if the angle bisector of BAC, here we have the angle bisector of BAC that meets the line BC at D, the length of the projection of the AD vector on the vector AC they are asking for. So first of all I need to get D coordinate. My dear students, if I find the distance AB, So that will be root 38. That can be determined with the help of distance formula. If I find the distance AC, that will also be root 38. So I got to know that these two are same. So this is isosceles triangle. Therefore, this ratio will also be same. That is 1:1. So we got to know that D is a midpoint. If D is a midpoint, we can easily find the coordinate of the point D. So this will be half, then this will be 7, and this will be 7/2. From here, it will be very easy for me to get the AD vector. So from here, if I try to get the AD vector, it will be minus half I cap. 7 minus 3, it will be 4j cap. 7/2 minus 2, that will become 3/2 k cap. This is the AD vector. Now we want to take the projection of AD vector on the vector AC. So what is AC vector over here? AC vector will be 3 minus 1, that is 2 I cap, 6 minus 3, that is 3j cap, and 7 minus 2, that is 5a cap. So I want to see here that projection of AD vector on AC vector will be AD dot AC cap. AD dot AC cap means we want to take the dot product of these two. So it will be minus 1, then here it is 12, then here it will be 15/2. And then we need to take the modulus of AC, and that will become 2 square plus 3 square plus 5 square. So my dear students, if I try to simplify this, it will be equals to 37/2 root 38. 37/2 root 38 is given to us in the option A. That is why option A will be the final answer. Moving ahead to the problem number next. Consider the relation R1 and R2 defined by A is related to B if A square plus B square is equals to 1. So this is R1 relation which is defining A square plus B square is equals to 1 for all the real numbers. Second relation. A is relation with B, like A comma B is a relation with C comma D if A plus D is equals to B plus C for all A comma B pair and C comma D pair belongs to natural cross natural. Then these are the four options there in front of you. Now let us talk about the relation number 1. In the relation number 1, it has been given A square plus B square is equals to 1. Don't you think that every real number will satisfy this? A square plus B square is equals to 1? No. Only the real numbers which are lying on the circle x square plus y square is equals to 1 will only satisfy that. So that is why we can say that every A comma A will belong to this relation. No. So if I talk about R1, R1 is not reflexive. R1 is not reflexive, then it can be symmetric for a pair. Okay, it can be symmetric, it is symmetric, and it is not transitive. It is not transitive. So that is why it cannot be a equivalence relation. So R1 is not an equivalence relation. If I talk about R2, R2 means you need to consider for reflexive A comma B and A comma B, that has been satisfied. If A comma B is making relation with C comma D, then C comma D is also making relation with A comma B. And yes, it is transitive also. So R2 is basically equivalence relation, but R1 is not. So only R2 is the equivalence relation given to us in the third option. Moving ahead to the question number 4, let the system of equation have infinite number of solutions, then lambda plus 2 nu they are asking for. So this is a system of equation being given to us and infinite solution is been also given. So what I'll do first of all, I'll apply the Cramer's rule into it. So whenever we have infinitely many solutions, so D is equals to 0. D is a determinant which is formed with the help of all the coefficients of x, y, z. So 2, 3, 1, and here it is 4, 3 lambda. And let us take the determinant value of it. So it will be 1, then 3 lambda minus 3, then it is minus 2 times, then 2 lambda minus 4, and then it is plus 3 times, and it is 6 minus 12. So here I will be able to get 3 lambda minus 3, then minus 4 lambda, then it is plus 8, and minus 6 into 3, it becomes minus 18. Okay, so here we have minus lambda, and then minus 3 minus 18, it becomes minus 21, and then plus 8. So this gets converted to basically 13. So here we have 13. All right. I hope you are able to understand this. Now after this step, what we need to do? We need to equate this to 0. So from here I got the value of lambda as negative 13. After this, if I got the value of lambda, I need to find the value of mu. If I want to get the value of mu, so let us take the value d3 is equals to 0. d3 means the first column will remain same 1, 2, 4, the second column will remain same 2, 3, 3. But in the third column, instead of 3, 1 lambda, we'll be using the constants 5, 9 and mu. So 5, 9 and mu, and make this determinant equal to 0. If I try to expand this determinant, I will be able to get the value of mu. So the value of mu that is being obtaining here is 15. I got the value of lambda as minus 13 and mu as 15. After this, they are asking lambda plus 2 mu. Lambda is minus 13 and mu is 15. So 30 minus 13. 30 minus 13 is 17. 17 is given to us in the second option. That is why second option will be the final answer. I hope you understood how we did this problem. That is why we are moving ahead to the next one. Here we have an integration 0 to pi by 3 cos raised to the power 4x dx, and that is equals to a pi plus b root 3, wherein b are rational numbers and 9a plus 8b, that is we need to evaluate here. So how to do this question basically? So what we need to do here, cos raised to the power 4 is written basically. I'll write here 1 plus cos 2x whole divided by 2 whole square. Do you know what is this? So basically here we are writing 1 plus cos 2 theta. 1 plus cos 2 theta is actually twice of cos square theta. So I've written the value of cos square x and then whole square. If I try to expand this, it will be a square, then it will be b square, and then it will be 2ab. So here half is taken outside of this integration. It is 0 to pi by 3, and then it is dx. Now my dear students, it would be very easy for us to integrate 1. Yes, that is x. For this, I need to convert again into the form of 1 plus cos 4x over 2, and then we need to apply the integration pi by 3. And here we have 2 will be taken outside, and this integration will be cos theta, integration will be sin theta over 2. Alright, and here also we need to apply the limit 0 to pi by 3. Here also we need to apply the limit 0 to pi by 3. Alright, and this is being multiplied by half. Whole expression is being multiplied by half. So basically half, then here I will have pi by 3. Then this again half is taken outside. Integration of 1 will be x, and that will be pi by 3. And integration of cos 4x will be equals to sin 4x over 4. Sin 4x over 4, and the limits are from 0 to pi by 3. This is whole multiplied by half. And here we have 2 and 2 getting cancelled. Sin 2 pi by 3 is sin 60, which is root 3 by 2, and sin 0. So I'm not writing it. Now again I want to simplify this expression. I'll be keeping here sin 4 pi by 3. So sin 4 pi by 3 is actually what? Sin 4 pi by 3 is sin pi plus pi by 3, and which is in the first quadrant. So root 3 by 2 will come again. So again it is pi by 3. Then it is pi by 6 after the multiplication of half. Then it is root 3 by 2. So root 3 by 16 will come over here, okay, after keeping the values. And again it is root 3 by 2, and this whole is multiplied by half. So my dear students, if I try to simplify this entire expression, I will be able to get pi over 8 plus 7 root 3 over 64. Now the expression that they have given, which is a pi plus b root 3. So from here on the comparison, I got the value of a as 1 over 8, and I got the value of b as 7 over 64. Now they are asking for us to get the value of 9a plus 8b. 9a plus 8 times b. So by the help of simplification, these two are getting cancelled. 9 by 8 and 7 by 8. It will become 16 over 8, which is 2. So the answer to this problem will be 2. 2 is given to us in which option? It is given to us in the first option. That is why first option will be the final answer. I hope you understood this problem, how we got the result. That is why we are moving ahead. Alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, px square plus qx minus r. PQR be the consecutive terms of a non-constant GP. So what I can do, if PQR are in GP, that means I can assume the value of P as A, then Q value as AR, and R value as AR square is equals to 0. Let us take this A common, it will be x square, then it will be Rx, and that will be R square is equals to 0. Now this equation has the root alpha and beta. If I want to get the value of sum of roots, that will be minus r. If I want to get the value of product of roots, that will be minus r square. Now my dear students, if I try to simplify this, then alpha beta will be the LCM. It will be beta plus alpha. That means it will become alpha plus beta, and this is 3 by 4. Alpha plus beta value is actually minus r. Alpha into beta value is minus r square. So we got the value of r as 4 upon 3. Alright. Now if r is 4 by 3, so I am writing here minus 4 by 3, and I am writing here as 16 over 9. After this step, what they have asked the value of alpha minus beta whole square. So its value can be written as alpha plus beta whole square and then minus 4 alpha beta. So basically alpha plus beta whole square will be 16 over 9 and minus 4 alpha beta minus 16 over 9. So basically this will be 16 plus 64 over 9, and that's been converted to 64 plus 16, 80 over 9. 80 over 9, is it given in any option? Yes, fourth option. That is why fourth option will be the final answer. I hope everyone in the class is able to understand how we did this problem. Moving ahead to the next one, let Ajay will not appear in JEE exams with the probability 2 by 7. So that means probability that Ajay appears for the exam will not appears is actually 2 by 7. So Ajay appears would be 5 by 7. All right. So with the and Vijay, while both Ajay and Vijay will appear, so both Ajay and Vijay will appear for the exam with the probability 1 by 5. Then the probability that Ajay will appear in the exam and Vijay will not appear. So that means, let us take the Venn diagram and let me explain you with the help of that. So this is the circle for Ajay and this is the circle for Vijay. So in the Ajay, it is completely 5 by 7 and here it is actually the intersection. Now they are asking for this region. If they are asking for this region, that means they are asking for probability of Ajay intersection Vijay dash. Okay. So in this situation, I can write here 5 by 7 minus 1 by 5. So that means 35 will be the LCM. And here it is 25 and here it is 7. 25 minus 7, that will become 18. 18 over 35 will be the final answer. 18 over 35 is given to us in the fourth option. So fourth option is the final answer. I hope you understood this problem. Very easy. Let P be the point on the ellipse. Let a line passing through P and parallel to y-axis meet the circle. X square plus y square is equals to 9. Let us draw the diagram. This ellipse is having the vertices on x-axis as 3, 0 and minus 3, 0. On y-axis it is 0, 2. Now there is a point P on the ellipse. They are saying about that. So let a line passing through P and parallel to y-axis. This is y-axis basically, okay? So the parallel to y-axis. Meet the circle x square plus y square is equals to 9. So the circle x square plus y square is equals to 9 is this one. This is auxiliary circle. So let us say that this is Q basically at the point Q. So that P and Q are on the same side of x-axis. Yes, it has been shown. And then the eccentricity of the locus of the point R on PQ. So basically R is lying somewhat here. And the condition which is given here is such that PR upon RQ. PR upon RQ is 4:3. So this is 4:3. Then P moves on the ellipse. Then find the eccentricity of the locus of the point R on the PQ such that as P moves on the ellipse is. So basically, first of all, we want to get the locus of R, and after that, whatever conic section we are getting from there, the locus that we will be getting for R, for that we need to find the eccentricity. So first of all, let us assume that if P I want to assume on ellipse, so that will be A cos theta, B sin theta. Okay. So this is the P coordinate. Basically, let us write here, let us draw a straight line. Here we have P, here we have R, and here we have Q. So this R is dividing the line PQ in the ratio 4:3. P is having a coordinate 2 cos theta, 3 cos theta, 2 sin theta. So this is a parametric coordinate of the ellipse A cos theta, B sin theta. And Q is on the auxiliary circle. So that is why it will be having 3 cos theta, 3 sin theta. Circle radius is actually 3. R cos theta, R sin theta. Now I want to get the coordinate R such that this P and like this PQ line is divided in the ratio 4:3. So 4 into 3 becomes 12 and 3 into 3 it becomes 9. 12 plus 9 it becomes 21. 21 over 7 cos theta. Okay, then again 4 into 3 is 12. 3 into 2 6. So it becomes 18. 18 over 7 sin theta. So this is actually H as well as K. Once we have got the value of H as 21 by 7 cos theta, so it will be very easy for writing the value of cos theta. So that will become 7H over 21. Now in the same way, 18 by 7 sin theta is equals to K. So the value of sin theta will be 7K over 18. Once we have cos theta and sin theta's values with me, so cos square plus sin square is equals to 1. So I can write here cos square theta, then I can write sin square theta, and that is 1. Cos square value is 7H over 21 and sin square value is 7K over 18, and that is whole square, and that is equals to 1. Alright. So there is a locus that we have obtained from here, which is x square over 21 by 7 whole square and then y square over 18 by 7 whole square is equals to 1. So this locus is ellipse. That means R, locus of R is ellipse. Alright, I want to get the eccentricity of this ellipse. So E is equals to 1 minus B square over A square. Okay, in this way we can get the eccentricity of this data. So in this way I will be able to write the value of E as root 13 over 7. Now root 13 over 7 is given to us in the third option. That is why third option will be the final answer. I hope you all are able to understand how we got the answer to this problem. That is why we are moving ahead to the next one. Consider 10 observation in front of you. It has been given that summation of I is equals to 1 to 10. I is equals to 1 and it is written 10 at the top. I is equals to 1 to 10. Here we have xi minus alpha and this value is actually 2. Now I is equals to 1 to 10 xi minus beta whole square. Xi minus beta whole square. And this I is also from 1 to 10. And this is actually 40. So where alpha and beta are the positive integers, let the mean and the variance of the observation. So this is the value of x bar they have given and this is the value of some sigma square they have given. So we want to get the ratio of beta is to alpha. How to get that? So basically from here, can I separate out? So this is sigma xi and this is sigma alpha and that is 2. Now sigma alpha means 10 times alpha will be obtained here and that is 2. So we got the value of sigma xi from here. Sigma xi value will be 10 alpha plus 2. Alright. Now after this step, we want to get the mean of this data. So mean value is actually sigma xi over number of observations. So sigma xi is actually 10 alpha plus 2 and the number of observation is 10. So mean is actually 6 upon 5 being given to us. Okay, so if I cancel out this, it will be 12 and here it is 10 alpha plus 2. So from here, if I want to get the value of 10 alpha, so that will be 12 minus 2, that is 10. So we got the value of alpha as 1. I hope you understood how we got the value of alpha. Once we have got the value of alpha as 1, I got the value of sigma as xi as 12. Now, I will be keeping these value of sigma xi over here once it will be used. Now, if I try to open it whole square, so it is a square, then it is b square, then it is 2ab, and here it is 40. Now, here I can write summation of xi square, then I can write summation of beta square, then 2 beta will be taken outside, it will be summation of xi, and this is 40. So, summation of xi square, I am keeping it as it is, okay. Summation of beta square, that will be 10 times beta. 10 times beta square, okay. This 2 beta will be kept outside and summation of xi will be written as 12 over here since I got the value of alpha already. Now this will help me to get the value of beta, okay. So what I can do from here, summation of xi square value will be from here, it will be 40 plus 24 beta and minus 10 beta square. Alright. Now how this can be used? This can be used in the variance. We know that variance in this question is 84 over 25. It has been given in the question. So variance is actually mean of the squared observation minus square of mean, and this is 84 over 25. Now mean value is being given as 6 upon 5, so that will be 36 over 25 over here, and this is 84 over 25. Now sigma xi square we already have got from here, 40 plus 24 beta minus 10 beta square, 40 plus 24 beta minus 10 beta square. This is whole divided by 10. So basically if I take this quantities to the right hand side, this becomes 120 over 25. And here we have 40 plus 24 beta minus 10 beta square. This is whole divided by 10. I hope you are able to understand this. From here, if I try to get the value of beta, there are two values of beta that I'll be obtaining. This 2 by 5 I need to reject, because in the question you can see that alpha and beta are the positive integers. So 2 by 5 is not the integer. So that is why beta value will be equals to 2. That means alpha value that we have got from here is 1 and beta value is 2. Once we have alpha and beta value with us, so 2 upon 1 will be 2 actually, and 2 is given to us in the option A. That is why option A will be the final answer. I hope my dear students you all are able to understand how we got the answer to this problem. That is why we are moving ahead to the next one. Here is another problem in front of us. Basically this function is being given to us, and in this function if you try to draw the graph of it, so what I'll do, first of all I'll deal with the function which is, I will not consider it to be fx, but I will consider it to be y is equals to 2x square plus 5x minus 3. If I want to draw the graph of y is equals to 2x square plus 5x minus 3, so I can see that I will be at the two different coordinates over here. One is 0, at 0 we are getting negative 3, okay, and other is at minus 5 by 2, so minus 5 by 2 is somewhat here, here also we are getting negative 3. So this is a parabola type structure that we are obtaining. If I equate it to 0, okay, so I will be able to get these points where they are intersecting x-axis. So basically 2x square plus 5x minus 3, if it is equated to 0, so I can break it down into two parts. I can write here 6x minus 3, and yes, 2x will be taken common, it will be x plus 3, and then minus 1 times x plus 3. So there are two factors corresponding to it. All right, I hope you understood this. One is positive half, and the other one is negative 3 from here. All right, I hope you understood this. Now after this step, what we need to do, we need to apply the modulus to this function. So if I want to apply the modulus to this function, then what will be the changes in the curve? The changes that we can have in this curve is this, the entire graph which is there below the x-axis will be taken above the x-axis. So in this way there will be a reflection of this curve. Are you able to understand how I have taken the reflection of this curve? So after this step, what we need to do? Now the next step is replace x with modulus x. If I replace x with modulus x, then what will happen? So whatever the graph we are observing here in the right hand side, so the same graph we will be observing in the left hand side. So that means what will happen here, let me draw the graph in front of you. So here we were having x is equals to half, and from here we were actually drawing the parabola. So whatever the graph is there in the positive x-axis, the same graph would be there in the negative x-axis. So there are 3 points where there is a sharp corner. So these are the 3 points of non-differentiability. So n denotes the number of points where the function is non-differentiable, so n will be 3. And m denotes the points where the function is discontinuous. So this function is continuous every time. There is no discontinuity in it. So m is 0. So according to me, m plus n will be 3. So second option, B option will be the final answer. I hope you understood this problem, how we got the B response. Moving ahead to the next one, number of solutions of this equation. My dear students, we want to get the solution in between minus 2 pi to plus 2 pi. How to do this? We have 4 sine square. This sine square is converted as 1 minus cos square to bring into a complete same function. Then we have 4 cos cube x. Then we have plus 9, and then we have minus 4 cos x, and then that is equals to 0. So here it is 4 minus 4 cos square x. Then it is 4 cos cube x. Okay, and then minus 4 cos x, and then plus 9 is equals to 0. Let us take all the cos function to one side and the constants to other side. So here it will be 13. Here it will be 4 cos cube x. Okay. Then it is 4 cos square x. And then it is 4 cos x. So guys, if cos x is maximum, okay, that means cos x value is 1, then also the right hand side of this equation will be 4 plus 4 plus 4, which is equals to 12. But here we can see that left hand side is 13. So do you think that this maximum value can be 13? No, it is having the maximum value 12. So can they be equal? No, they cannot be equal for any value of x. That is why there is no solution. So they have told that find the number of solution. There are 0 solutions to this equation. I hope you are able to understand how we got the 0 solutions. Moving ahead to the next problem, let the locus of the midpoint of the chord of this circle drawn from origin. So basically there is a circle being given to us. This circle is having the center at 0, 1. Now there is a chord whose midpoint is h, k. I want to get the locus of this midpoint. Now this chord is passing through origin 0, 0. Okay. I know that since this is a midpoint, so there will be a 90 degree at this point. If I assume the center to be C and this is A and for example this is B, so don't you think that the slope of AC multiplied by the slope of AB will give us the product -1 because they are perpendicular. I will write here k minus 1 over h minus 0. I'll write here k minus 0 over h minus 0, that is -1. So if I replace k with y and h with x, I will be able to get minus x square here and here it will be y into y minus 1. So let us bring all the terms to one side. It will be x square, then it will be y square, and then it will be minus y, and here it is turning out to be 0. X square plus y square minus y is equals to 0. I hope you are able to understand this. Now, this is a circle drawn from the origin, intersect the line. So basically here we have got a circle. Okay. So this circle is having the center at which point? This circle is having the center at 0, half. Okay, what is the radius of this circle? So radius of this circle is also half. Now what they are asking? So the locus drawn from the origin, locus intersect the line at the 2 points P and Q, then the length of PQ they are asking for. So this circle is having the center at 0, half. And the radius is 1/2. Now the line is being given to you with the equation x plus y is equals to 1. X plus y is equals to 1. From this point, I want to drop the perpendicular. Okay. I want to get this distance. So if I substitute the coordinate 0, half into it. So 0 plus half minus 1. So that will become minus half over root 2. So this will become 1 upon 2 root 2 distance. Alright. I hope you are able to understand. Now from this triangle, we will be able to get this length which is x. And the answer that they are asking for PQ because this is the point P, this is the point Q. They are asking for this length PQ. How to get that? So once we are able to get x, we will be multiplying it by 2. So x can be determined by square root of half square, that will become 1/4, and 1 upon 2 root 2 square, that will become 1/8. 1/4 and 1/8 when they are subtracted. So that will be 1/8. And square root of 1/8, that will be 1 upon 2 root 2. Now PQ is actually 2x, and if I multiply it by 2, that will become 1/√2. 1/√2 is given to us in the option C. That is why option C will be the final answer. I hope you understood how to do this problem. So that is why we are moving ahead to the next one. Here is a question being given to you. Alpha is a non-zero real number. Suppose there is a function from R to R. This is a differentiable function. F of 0 is 2. Limit x tends to negative infinity, fx is equals to 1. And there is a relationship between given here. F dash is equals to alpha fx and then plus 3 for x belongs to R. They are asking the value of f of negative log 2. How to do this question? Basically, if I assume y is equals to fx. Okay, so my dear students, don't you think that this is a linear differential equation being given to you? Can you see? Linear differential equation. So linear differential equation can be solved with the help of the integrating factor. Integrating factor will be e raised to the power integration of minus alpha dx. So it will become e raised to the power minus alpha x. Okay. Now finally the solution of this integrating factor will be y into integrating factor is equals to integration of q into integrating factor and then plus c. So basically if I try to integrate this, it will be e raised to the power minus alpha x over minus alpha, and then we have got plus c. We have got this expression from here. If you want, I can divide the whole expression by e raised to the power minus alpha s. So that will become negative 3 over alpha, and here it will be c into e raised to the power alpha x. This is the value of y that we have obtained from here. My dear students, I hope this is clear to you. Now, they have also been said that if you keep the value of f of x as 0, then the value of y will be 2. So, on keeping the value of x as 0, e raised to the power 0 will be what? It will be 1. So, from here, I can write that 2 is equals to minus 3 upon alpha, and then we have plus c. So, the value of c can be written as 2 plus 3 upon alpha. I hope you understood this. Now, after this, what we need to do? So, basically, it has been said in the question that limit of x tending towards minus infinity of fx is equals to 1. So, here there are two possibilities because we want to take this limit of x tending towards minus infinity. So, let us take the case number 1. Case number 1 is alpha is positive. If alpha is positive and the question says limit x tends to negative infinity fx, this is actually equals to 1 being given in the question. So, let us put the value of fx here. What is the value of fx? Minus 3 upon alpha plus c e raised to the power alpha x. So, minus 3 upon alpha plus c e raised to the power alpha x. And here it is limit of x tending towards minus infinity. And this is equals to 1. Alright. So, this minus 3 upon alpha will remain same because it is independent of x. But here if you keep minus infinity, this expression will become 0. So, this is equals to 1. We got the value of alpha as negative 3. So, I assume alpha is positive, but I got alpha negative. So, this is rejected. So, this case is rejected. That means alpha cannot be positive. Now, let us talk about the case number 2. Case number 2 is alpha is negative. If alpha is negative and if I apply the limit, if limit extends to minus infinity, this is minus 3 upon alpha plus c e raised to the power alpha x, and this is equals to 1. This is only possible because if I have the value of alpha as negative and I am keeping minus infinity. So, minus into minus will become plus. So, power on e will become plus infinity. E raised to the power plus infinity will be infinity. But here we are getting one value. This is only possible when c is equals to 0. And if c is equals to 0, so we got the expression from here that minus 3 upon alpha as 1, alpha value is negative 3. So, here we can see that if I keep the value of alpha as negative 3, okay, here we can see that if I keep the value of alpha as negative 3, then the value of c that I am getting is 2 minus 1, and that is equals to 1. But here the c that we were getting, that is actually equals to 0. So, how is that possible? There is a problem in the data being given. Even if I want to get the value of fx that we have determined is minus 3 upon alpha, and alpha value is what? Alpha value is negative 3. So, fx y value that we are getting from here is actually alpha value is negative 3. So, we are getting y as 1 because c is 0. So, here f of 0 is 2. If fx is a constant function, so for every x, it should be 1. Why it is 2 over here? So, there is a problem in this question. So, that is why this was marked as a bonus question. This was marked as a bonus question, okay. So, I hope my dear students, you are able to understand what is the problem in this question being given to her, in this question. So, that is why we are moving ahead to the next problem. P and Q are the points on this line which are at a distance of 6 units from the line R. Suppose this is a line R and here it is 1, 2, 3, and there is a line being given to us, and this has been x plus 3 over 8. Then here we have y minus 4 over 2, and here we have z plus 1 over 2. Okay, now it is being given that P and Q be the points on the line R which are at a distance of 6. So, this P and Q both are located at a distance of 6 from the line 1, 2, 3. If the centroid of the triangle PQR is alpha beta, then obviously we want to get the simple centroid from here. So, how we can do this question basically? So, the process of doing the question will be, because this is an isosceles triangle we can see, This is 6 and this is 6. From here, let us drop the perpendicular and let us find the foot of the perpendicular. Based on that, I can get x1 plus x2. Because if I assume x1, y1, z1 and x2, y2, z2, then I can get x1 plus x2, y1 plus y2, z1 plus z2. And added with this will directly give me the value of the centroid without even finding the value of p coordinate completely and q coordinate completely. There is another way of doing the question. See, if I assume this to be lambda, there are 2 or 3 methods of doing the question. Then any point p can be assumed as 8 lambda minus 3. Then it will be 2 lambda plus 4. Then it will be 2 lambda minus 1. So from here, I will be writing this PR square distance will be 36. How to write PR square distance? It will be 8 lambda minus 4 whole square. Then 2 lambda plus 2 whole square. And then 2 lambda minus 4 whole square. And that is resulting into 36. From here, I am getting 2 different values of lambda. One is 0, other is 1. If I keep the value of lambda as 0, here it will be minus 3, then 4, and then minus 1. If I keep the value of lambda as 1, so it is 5, here it is 6, and here it is 1. So these are the values of PQR. Once we are able to get PQR, it will be very easy for me to get the centroid coordinate. G is the centroid over here. Do you know what is the formula for the centroid? x1 plus x2 plus x3 over 3. So 1. x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3, z1 plus z2 plus z3 upon 3. This we need to do, okay. So that will become 1. And next will become 5, 8 plus 4, 12 upon 3, 4. And 1 plus 3, 4. 4 and minus 1. That will become 3 upon 3. So 1, 4, 1 we are getting here, okay. I hope you are able to understand this. Since we are getting 1, 4, 1, so we want to get alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square. Okay, so that will become 18 over here. Now, is there any option with 18? I think the first option should have 18. If there is no 18, then it is bonus. Else, 18 is the final answer. Alright? Okay. Now we are moving ahead to the next problem. We want to get the value of this integration. Integration from 0 to 1. 2x cube minus 3x square minus x plus 1 raised to the power 1 by 3. So here you will observe that if I assume this function to be fx, 2x cube minus 3x square minus x plus 1, and if I keep 1 minus x, then again I am getting the same function but with a negative sign. Then again I am getting the same function but with a negative sign, okay. So here I am just using a negative sign. Alright. So what does it make sense? So if I assume this to be I, and on applying the king property, I will be able to get minus of fx. So after adding this 2, I will be able to get the value of 2i as 0. So the value of I will become 0. 0 is given us to a third option. That is why third option will be the final answer. If the mirror image of this point in this line is alpha, beta, gamma, then 14 times alpha plus beta plus gamma is what? So basically, we can see here there is a point being given which is having a coordinate 3, 4, 9. And there is a line being given which is x minus 1 over 3 and then y plus 1 over 2 and then z minus 2 over 1. I want to get the mirror image. Okay, let us assume that mirror image can be determined if I determine this coordinate. Okay, so let us find this coordinate, then I'll be easily able to get the mirror image. So if I assume these all equations to be lambda, okay, there is a equal in between. So let us write here equal to lambda. This, lambda. So I got the value of 3 lambda plus 1 over here. Then I can write 2 lambda minus 1. Then I can write lambda plus 2. So basically, if I get the PQ vector, okay, and I take the dot product with 3, 2, 1. So that will make the dot product 0. In this way, I will be able to get the foot of perpendicular. So my dear students, how to write the PQ vector? It will be 3 lambda minus 2 into 3 plus 2 lambda minus 1 minus 4. So it will be 2 lambda minus 5 into 2 plus lambda plus 2 minus 9. So it will be lambda minus 7 into 1. And that will make the result 0. So here we have 9 lambda minus 6. Then we have 4 lambda minus 10. And then we have lambda minus 7 is equals to 0. So 9 lambda and 4 lambda, 13, 13 plus 1, it will be 14 lambda. Minus 16 and it is minus 7. So that becomes basically 23 over here. And we got the value of lambda as 23 over 14. So in this way, we are able to get the coordinate of the point Q. Once we are able to get the coordinate of the point Q, we will be applying the section formula because Q is a midpoint, and accordingly we will be able to get the coordinate of R. So here we can say that this coordinate, let us assume this to be alpha, beta, gamma. Have they given alpha, beta, gamma? Yes. So we got the coordinate of alpha as 62 over 7 by using the section formula, okay? Then it is 4 over 7 and then it is minus 12 over 7. You can get this coordinate very easily, okay? Now once we have got this coordinate, so it is 14 times 62 over 7, then 4 over 7, then minus 12 over 7. 68 minus 12, that will become 56 over 7. So I will be left with 14 into 8. So if I try to simplify this expression, I will be able to write here 108. So 108 will be the final answer, my dear students, for this question. And I hope you understood. This was quite easy problem, but there was a lot amount of calculation. Let Sn denote the sum of first 10 terms of the arithmetic progression. S10 is 390 and the ratio of the 10th and the 5th term is 15:7. Then S15 minus S5 is equals to what? So this is quite easy problem. S10 means 10 upon 2, 2a plus 9d. This is being given to us as 390. So from here, let us cancel this factor and I will be able to write 2a plus 9d will be 39 into 2, that becomes 78. This is the first equation. After that, ratio of the 10th and the 5th term. So A10 over A5, 10th and the 5th term is 15:7. So I am having A plus 9D and here I am writing A plus 4D and that is equals to 15:7. On cross multiplying it, I will be able to get 7A plus 63D and here it will be 15A plus 60D. So 15A minus 7A, so that will become 8A. 63D minus 60D, that will become 3D. We got the value of 8A is equals to 3D. So that means if 8A is equals to 3D, if I multiply or if I want to write the equation, if I want to write the value of 2A over here, so it will be easily be written as, or I can multiply this with a multiple of 3, okay, and I can put down the values, or even without multiplying it by 3, I can put down the value. Just a minute. Let us put the value of 3D over here. So it is 3 times 3D and this is 8A and this is 78. So this is 24 and 2, 26A is equals to 78. A will be 3. If A is 3, I am putting down the value. D will be 8. So A is equals to 3, D is equals to 8 for this AP. Now they are asking us to get S15 minus S5. S15 minus S5. It is quite easy now. 15 over 2, 2A plus. So A value was 3, so 2A plus 15 minus 1 into D. Alright. Then S5. 5 over 2, 2A plus 5 minus 1. It is 4 into D. I hope this is also clear to you. Now we just need to take out the common factor. Can I take 5 by 2 as common? Yes, very easily we can take. Here it is 5 times. It is 14 into 8. So 8 fours are, it will be 32 and then it will be 8 ones are 8. It will be 112 basically. Okay. And here we have plus 6. So that becomes 118. And then it is 6 plus 32. I hope this has also been clear to you. 6 and 30, like this becomes 38. This becomes 118. 118 being multiplied by 5, subtracted with 38 and multiplied by 5 by 2. After the simplification, we'll be able to get the result 790. So 790 is given to us in the option C. So that is why option C will be the final answer. I hope you understood this problem. That is why we are moving ahead to the next one. Let M and N be the coefficients of 7th and 13th term respectively in this expansion. So basically 7th term I want to get. Okay, so I will be taking the value of R as 6. So it will be 18C6. The first term 1 by 3 x raised to the power 1 by 3. it will be raised with the power 12, and then 1 upon 2 x raised to the power 2 by 3. It will be raised with the power 6. Alright, so it becomes 18c6. Okay, it will be 1 upon 3 raised to the power 12, and then x raised to the power 4. Then it will be 1 upon 2 raised to the power 6, and here it is x raised to the power 2 by 3 into 6. So that becomes 4, x raised to the power 4. X raised to the power 4, x raised to the power 4 getting cancelled. So this is t6 plus 1. This is the 7th term that we have got. Now we are talking about the 13th term. So 13th term is 12 plus 1, 18c12. Then the first term 1 upon 3 x raised to the power 1 by 3 is raised to the power 6. Second term 1 upon 2 x raised to the power 2 by 3 is raised to the power 12. I got to know 18c12. From here it will be 1 upon 3 raised to the power 6 x raised to the power 2. 1 upon 2 raised to the power 12, and here it is x raised to the power 8 has been coming. Okay, can you see that? So from here we can see that 3 and 4, 4 into 8, yeah. So we just need to consider the coefficients and then we need to divide n over m. So if I write the value of n over m, n is what? N is 18c12. Okay, along with that it is 1 upon 3 raised to the power 6. Along with that it is 1 upon 2 raised to the power 12. Then it is 18c6. Here it is 1 upon 3 raised to the power 12. And then it is 1 upon 2 raised to the power 6. Guys, these two are same, so they will get cancelled. Here on the simplification, I'll have 3 raised to the power 6. On the simplification, I'll have 2 raised to the power 6. And this is n upon m. Now they are asking us to take the cube root, n upon m, with the power 1 by 3. So if they ask us to take cube root, it will be 3 square over 2 square. That is 9 over 4. 9 over 4 is given to us in the fourth option. That is why fourth option will be the final answer. Can you see this? 9 over 4, how did we got this result, n over m? If you are able to understand this, we are moving ahead to the next one. There is a function fx. If x is even, then x minus 1. If x is odd, 2x. X belongs to n. If for some a belongs to natural number, f of a, they are saying it is 21. So basically there are two particular cases. If a is even, then f of a will be a minus 1. Okay, so a minus 1 becomes odd because a was even. Then f of a, so that will be written as f of a minus 1. And f of a minus 1 means, because a minus 1 is odd, so it is 2 times a minus 1. 2 times a minus 1 is even. So if I want to get this value f of a, that means 3 times. So it will be f of twice of a minus 1. So if I keep the even quantity inside this, it will be twice of a minus 1 minus 1. So this result is actually 21. I got 2 times a minus 1 as 22 over here. I got a minus 1 as 11. I got a value as 12. So was a even? Yes. So value of a is 12. Even if I consider the value of a as odd, then also what we need to do? If a is odd, okay, then f of a will be this function, twice of a. Twice of a is a even quantity. Then f of a will be equals to f of 2a. So if I keep even domain, so that will be 2a minus 1. Then f of a, so that is actually f of twice of a minus 1. This is actually odd number. And if I keep odd, that will become twice. If I keep odd, that will become twice. So that will become twice of 2a minus 1. Alright. So this twice of 2a minus 1 is actually 21 being given to us. So from here, I will not be able to get the odd natural number. A does not belongs to the natural number. So that means this is correct. A is even. Okay, a is a even natural number and the value of a is 12. If value of a is 12, then we need to simplify this limit. So limit is limit x tends to 12 minus. Okay, then it is mod x cube over 12 minus 12 over 12 greatest integer function. This is basically 12, this is basically x over 12. Okay, this is basically x over 12. Okay, we want to simplify this limit. Since x is 12 minus, that is why this greatest integer function will become 0. And here, if I keep 12, so it will be 12 cube over 12, 12 square will be there. So the result will be 144. 144 is given to us in the fourth option. That is why fourth option will be the final answer. I hope you understood this problem, how we have done this. Moving ahead to the next one. If sum of the square of all possible values of k for which the area of the region bounded by these two parabola is maximum is equals to what? I will be writing here the value of x that we can obtain from here. Basically, it is 2y square upon k. Okay. So, if I replace ky square and then it is 2 times y minus x, the value of x is 2y square over k from here, then I can simplify and I can try to get the value of y. How to get the value of y? If I take this y common, my dear students, and 2 is already common, so it will be y minus 2y over k, 1 minus 2y over k, and here it is ky square. So the very first solution that we can get here is y is equals to 0. Now if y is non-zero, so then I can cancel a factor of y to both the sides. Then I will have ky is equals to 2 minus 4y over k. I can bring all the y to one side. So that will become k plus 4 over k, and this is y actually, and this is equals to 2. So if I want to get the value of y in terms of k, so that will be 2 over k plus 4 by k. If I want to simplify this, I can simplify, it will be 2k over k square plus 4. This is the value of y that we have got. Now my dear students, what we need to do? We need to integrate this function. Okay. So from where to where I need to integrate? From 0, because the value of y is 0. Other is 2k upon k square plus 4. Okay. And find the value of x from here. It is ky square. Okay. And upon 2 and then minus y is equals to negative x. So let us write here y minus ky square upon 2. Okay, so I am writing here y minus ky square upon 2. Alright, and then let us find the value of x from here. It is 2y square over k. 2y square over k. So x dy. This will be the area of the region bounded by the parabola 1 and the parabola 2. And this area needs to be maximized. Area bounded between the two parabola. And this area needs to be maximized. Alright, let us simplify this first of all. So if I want to integrate this function, how will I be able to? So it was y integration will be y square over 2. This k upon 2 will be taken outside. It will be y cube over 3. Here also 2 over k will be taken outside. It will be y cube over 3. And I just need to apply the limits from 0 to 2k upon k square plus 4. Now my dear students, if I see here, okay, y cube upon 3 is there with both the terms, and I will write here as y cube upon 3. Negative also I can take common. Even I can take this k upon 2 also common. Okay, so if I didn't take this k upon 2 common, I will be left with k upon 2 and 2 upon k. Alright, and here we have y square upon 2 already with us, and the limits are from 0 to 2k over k square by 4. Now wherever y is written, you just need to put these limits. Alright, so finally after putting the limit, I am just writing here 1 upon 6 into 4 into 1 upon k plus 4 by k whole square. This is the area that you are getting after simplifying this. Now this area needs to be maximized. Okay, so what we will do, k and 4 by k, these are the two numbers that I am considering, and I will apply arithmetic mean greater than geometric mean. So k plus 4 by k value will be greater than k into 4 by k with a square root. So that will become 2. So the minimum value of k plus 4 by k is actually 4 that we are obtaining from here. Okay, so minimum value is 4, and to make this area maximum, this is to be minimized. So if I keep here 4, it will become 16. So it is 1 by 6. Here it is 4 and here it is 1 by 16. So my dear students, this will get cancelled and here it is 4. So I will be able to get the area bounded is 1 by 24. Alright, now if area bounded is 1 by 24, then they are asking to get the value of k. So but they're not asking the maximum area, but they're asking the area when it becomes maximum. So this is only possible k plus 4 by k is equals to 4 if k and 4 by k are equal. And if k and 4 by k are equal, so in that case k will be plus minus 2. Okay, they're not asking the area, but they're asking the value of k. So sum of values of k, sum of the squares of values of k. So plus 2 square and minus 2 square. Okay, that will become 4 plus 4, that becomes 8. So the answer to this question will be 8. I hope you understood this, how we got the answer to this problem. Moving ahead to the next one, there is a function value y being given and they're asking for 96 differentiation of y and keeping the value pi by 6 at the last. So let us try to simplify and then we'll differentiate. It is root over x plus 1. Let us take root over x common. So it will be root over x with a power 3 and then minus 1. Here, let us take root x common from here. So here, if I try to take root x common, I will be left with x first of all. And then I will be left with root x. And then I will be left with 1 here. Okay, if I try to take this root x common from here. Now after this, if I try to split it into aq minus bq, then what will happen? So root x plus 1 is already there. Here it is root x. aq minus b cube is a minus b. Then it becomes a square. Then it is ab. So a square is actually square of this. Then it is ab and then it is b square. Alright, and here we have root over x. Then we have x plus root over x and then 1. Can you see that these two are same? So I'm cancelling this. Can you see that these two are same? I'm cancelling this. A plus b, a minus b will be a square minus b square. So we got the value of y as x minus 1. Okay, along with this, there was a expression being going on. And that was 1 over 15 times 3 cos raised to the power 4. Sorry, it should be 5. Okay, and then 5 over 15. So it is 1 by 3 and cos cube x. Okay, so this will be written as it is over here. And ultimately, it will be written as it is over here. It will be 1 by 5. Okay, so it becomes cos raised to the power 5 minus 1 by 3 cos cube. Now they want us to differentiate this function, okay? So the differentiation will be, differentiation of x will be 1. Then here I am writing 1 by 5. 5 times cos x raised to the power 4. Differentiation of cos x is minus sin x. Minus 1 by 3. Differentiation of cos cube will be 3 cos square and then negative sin x. I hope you understood this. Alright. So I just, in this expression, finally, I just want to keep the value of x as pi by 6 and I need to multiply it with 96 multiply it with y dash of pi by 6. Okay. So finally, if you try to simplify this expression, my dear students, so you will be able to get the answer as 105. Okay. Because here everywhere you need to keep the value pi by 6. Here also, here also, here also, here also, everywhere. You need to keep the value of x as pi by 6 and then you need to multiply it by 96. So ultimately the answer that we will be obtaining after the simplification will be 105. So 105 will be the final answer. I hope you understood this problem and just the calculation you need to do, that is very simple. So you can do it by yourself. Moving ahead to the next problem, this is also quite easy problem. Dx over dy. Then we have minus 1 by y into x. And then it is 1 minus y square over y. Alright. So let us find the integrating factor. It is e raised to the power integration of minus 1 by y dy. E raised to the power minus log y. And then it becomes 1 upon y. So solution of this integrating factor is x into integrating factor is equals to integration of q into integrating factor and then it is added with c. So finally what we can see here, 1 upon y square integration, that will become minus 1 by y, and we can see y square upon y square is minus 1 and that is becoming minus y, followed by plus c, and here we have x upon y. So this is the final solution that we have obtained. For this they have told us that put the value of y as 1 and definitely x will be 1. So if you keep y and x both to be 1, so we will be able to get the value of c. So from here I can say that the value of c will be 3. If I have the value of c as 3, then I will be able to get the solution as x upon y minus 1 by y minus y and then 3. Now they are asking to put the value of y as 2, okay, and get x. If I put the value of y as 2 everywhere and I am finding for the values of x, okay, so it becomes 1 minus half, it is half. So I got the value of x as 1, but they are asking to get the value of 5x. So 5x will be 5, okay. So answer will be 5 to this problem. Answer is 5. I hope you understood how we got the answer as 5. Moving ahead to the next problem, f is a function from 0 to infinity to r. There is function capital F. Capital F is integration 0 to x and it is t into f of t and then it is dt. Let us differentiate with the help of Leibniz rule. Then it becomes x into fx. Alright. Now after this, here we have f of x square is equals to x raised to the power 4 plus x raised to the power 5. I am placing x square as t. So I got capital Ft. Capital Ft is t square plus, if x square is t, then it is x is root t. So it is t raised to the power 5 by 2. Alright. Now I am just differentiating this f dash t. This is 2t. This is 5 by 2 will come in the front. T will have the power 3 by 2. This f dash t from the first equation can be placed here. T into f of t. Here it is 2t plus 5 by 2 times t raised to the power 3 by 2. From here I can get f of t. So f of t will be obtained by dividing the entire expression by t. It is 2 and here it is 5 upon 2 times t raised to the power 1 by 2. I hope you are able to understand this. After this, what they are saying us? They are saying to get the summation of r is equals to 1 to 12. Okay, r is equals to 1 to 12 and summation of f of r square they are asking in this question. So it is quite simple now because we need to apply the summation to this function. 2 will be written 12 times. So I am writing directly twice of 12 and this 5 by 2 is common. Then we have root t with us. This is actually t raised to the power 1 by 2. So if I keep 1, so I'll be able to get 1 here. Then I'll able to get 2 here, then 3 here, up till 12 here. So this is becoming 5 by 2. 12 into 13 over 2, n into n plus 1 by 2. It is 24 actually. On the simplification, I got 4 3s are 12. 13 into 5, 65. 65 into 3, so that becomes 195. Alright, 195 and 24 when they are added. So we will be able to get the result as, so this is actually 5 and 4, that is 9 and that becomes 219. Are you all able to understand? So what they have asked, the summation of this, and the answer is 219. 219 is the final answer. Moving to the next problem, triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle in which A is at this point. Angle A is 2 pi by 3. Alright, let me draw the diagram first of all. This is obtuse angle triangle. A is 2 pi by 3. Okay, A is at the point minus 1 comma 0. Then B is on the positive x-axis. Assume this to be x-axis. Okay, let us assume this point to be B comma 0. Alright. BC is 4 root 3. So this distance is 4 root 3. Alright. And the line BC intersects the line y is equals to x plus y. Okay, at alpha beta. We want to get the alpha beta basically. So my dear students, if I assume this coordinate to be B comma 0, Don't you think that this will become b plus 1? Yes. Now, if this is b plus 1 and this distance is 4 root 3, so I will apply the sine law. I'll apply here a upon sine a is equals to, because here in the question they have given that AB and AC both are same. These two lengths are same. So we will divide the entire angle. 120, 60 is remaining. So these two will be 30, 30. Okay. Now I'll be using 4 root 3 a upon sine a, and then I'll use c upon sine c. That will be more convenient. A is 4 root 3. Sine a is 120. 120 is actually root 3 by 2. C is the length which is opposite to the angle C. Over sine C. Sine C is half. 2 and 2 both the sides it is getting cancelled. Root 3 getting cancelled with 3. I got the value of B as 3. That means the coordinate of point B is 3, 0. If I got the coordinate of point B, then it is very easy for me to write the equation of BC. Because I know that this is a positive x-axis. So this is 120. Inclination is 120. Slope of BC is 10, 120. 10, 120 is negative basically. And that will be minus root 3. So slope of BC is minus root 3. So y minus 0. M times. M is actually minus root 3 over here. Oh, sorry. This angle is actually 150. This angle is actually 150. Okay. Just a minute. This is 150. And 10, 150 will be equals to minus 1 by root 3. Okay. So it should be minus 1 by root 3. And here I am writing x minus 3. So if I open up the bracket, or I do not require to open up the bracket, whatever it may be, it will be y is equals to minus 1 upon root 3 x. And minus into minus will become plus root 3. So this is the equation of BC. I need to solve BC with this line. Solve this and the line y is equals to x plus 3. Then I will be able to get alpha beta. So basically directly I am writing the solutions. So we got the value of alpha and beta as, it will be quite complicated from here, okay. It will be minus 6 upon root 3 plus 1 whole square, comma 6 upon root 3 plus 1. Okay, now these are the values of alpha and beta. They have asked us to do beta raised to the power 4 upon alpha square, and that will be 36, my dear students, okay, after the simplification. That's it. So in this way we will be able to get the final answer. It will be quite calculative after this step, but yes, the conceptual part is easy. Let us move to the next problem. A is I2 means identity matrix of order 2 minus 2m transpose. M is a real matrix of the order 2 cross 1. Okay. Such that the relation here m transpose into m is identity matrix holds if lambda is a real number, such that the relation Ax is equals to lambda x hold for some non-zero real matrix x of the order 2 cross 1. Then the sum of the squares of all possible values of lambda they are asking for. Okay, so how to do this basically? Let us first of all find the value of a square. So I minus 2m into m transpose. Then here also I minus 2m into m transpose. I into I will be I itself. Then here it is 2m m transpose. Then here it is 2m m transpose. And then finally minus 2 into minus 2 plus 4. M into m transpose, then m into m transpose. M into m transpose is that given, this is identity matrix. Okay, so this is also identity matrix. Okay, and this is also identity matrix. So they all will get cancelled. These are also identity matrix. So all will get cancelled. We are getting a square as I. All right. Now Ax is equals to lambda x. So we are just multiplying it by a into Ax. Here it is lambda Ax. It is a square x. It is lambda Ax. Lambda Ax. So Ax value is lambda x, been given in the question. A square is I. x will be equals to lambda square x. That means on the next step I can write x matrix as 1 minus lambda square is equals to 0. I got the value of lambda square as 1. Lambda will be plus minus 1. If lambda will be plus minus 1, then definitely sum of the squares of all possible values of lambda. So minus 1 square plus 1 square, that will be 2. So the answer to the question will be 2. I hope you understood this problem. Moving ahead to the next one. A matrix is given, A vector is given. Okay, just a minute. Yeah. A vector is given, B vector is given, and C vector is also given. Okay. So are you able to understand, my dear students? So basically M transpose into M is I being given here. So that is why I have I've taken the advantage of that. I have written I value over here, and then we have again got M into M transpose. M into M transpose, M into M transpose, these all terms will get cancelled, okay? And hence we'll be able to get A square as I. Moving ahead to the next question, A vector, B vector, C vector be the three vectors such that B cross A is equals to C cross B. So B cross A minus C cross A is equals to 0. B minus C cross A is equals to 0. If the cross product is 0, then B minus C will be lambda A. Then B vector will be lambda A vector plus C vector. I hope this is also clear to you. Now once we have got the B vector, angle between C and this is equals to theta. Okay, and we are getting the value of 10 square theta. So basically we want this angle. First of all, let us find the value of lambda here. Okay, so B vector is minus 1, 8, minus 2. Sorry, minus 1, minus 8 and 2. Okay, A vector is 1, 1, 1. I'm just writing the coordinate, okay? And C vector is 4, C2 and C3. So basically on the comparison of the x coordinate, we will find that minus 1 will be equals to lambda plus 4. So we'll be able to get the value of lambda as minus 5. I hope you are able to understand how we got the value of lambda. Then let us get the value of C2. So minus 8 is equals to lambda plus C2. So we got lambda as minus 5 already. From here I will be able to write C2. So C2 will be equals to minus 3. I hope this is also clear to you. Then 2 will be equals to lambda plus C3. Okay. So lambda is already been given as minus 5. Okay. So I'm writing here minus 5. We got the value of C3 from here. C3 will be 7. Is that clear to you? So once we have got C3 vector, then C vector will be 4i cap. Okay. Then it is C2j cap. C2 is minus 3. And then it is C3. C3 is 7. This is the C vector. Now what we need to do, we need to find the angle between the vector C and the vector 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1. Okay. And this is theta. So can I get the value of cos theta? Yes, cos theta is very easy. A dot B whole divided by modulus of A and modulus of B. Okay. So it is 3, 4, 1. All right. Now in this way, this k will be removed actually. This is 7 into 1 itself. So in this way, I will be able to write the value of cos theta, my dear students. So the value of cos theta will be 7 upon twice of root over 41. But they have asked us the value of tan theta in this question because they are asking the value of tan square theta, greatest integer function value. Okay. So tan square value will be 625 over 49 into 3. And they want us to take the greatest integer function value of this. If you take the greatest integer function value of this, then the answer will be 38. So the answer to this problem is 38. It might seem to you that this is calculated, but yes, this is the only process to do the problem. If the three successive terms of GP with the common ratio R are the lengths of the sides of the triangle, okay? So let us take this AR square. Then greatest integer function R denotes the greatest integer less than or equals to R. Then 3 greatest integer function of R plus greatest integer function of minus R value we need to determine. So how to do that? Very first is sum of two sides would be greater than the third side. Sum of two sides would be greater than the third side. Sum of two sides would be greater than the third side. Okay. So here 1 plus R will be greater than R square. Here 1 R plus R square will be greater than 1. Here R square plus 1 will be greater than R. So 1 here we can say R square minus R minus 1, it should be less than 0. Okay. Now my dear students, if I want to get the value of R from here, so the value of R will be minus B plus minus square root of B square. B square is what? 1 minus 4AC over 2A. So it is 1 minus root 5 upon 2 and 1 plus root 5 upon 2. 1 minus root 5 upon 2, 1 plus root 5 upon 2. In this interval R belongs to, okay. Here it is R square plus R minus 1 greater than 0. So from there I can get minus 1 plus minus B square minus 4AC over 2A. So that will be minus 1 minus root 5 upon 2 and minus 1 plus root 5 upon 2. Okay. So we are getting two different answers from here. Minus 1 minus root 5 upon 2 and root 5 minus 1 upon 2. Alright, in between there is 0. Is 0 satisfying? No, 0 is not satisfying. So this is the interval that is being given here. Alright. Now the next one. R square minus R plus 1. So this is always true. For every R, this is always true. Okay. Now I want to take the intersection of these two. If I take the intersection of these two, then R will belong to minus 1 plus root 5 upon 2 to like 1 plus root 5 upon 2. Are you able to understand this? So minus 1 plus root 5 upon 2 to root 5 plus 1 upon 2. I hope you are able to understand this. So this is R. But they have given in the question that R is greater than 1. R is greater than 1. Since R is greater than 1, then the lower limit will be 1 and the upper will be same. Root 5 plus 1 over 2. Okay. I hope you are able to understand this. Now, here we got to know that root 5 is 2 point something, 2 point something plus 1, 3 point something, 3 point something upon 2, 1 point something. So we can write here that this value is 1 because it is actually 1 point something. And minus of 1 point something value of greatest integer function will be minus 2. Now the question says 3 times greatest integer function. And then it is greatest integer function of minus R. So it is 3 into 1, then it is minus 2. So the net answer will become 1. So this answer to this problem will be 1 over here. Are you all able to understand how we got the answer to this problem? Yes. Now the one more question. The lines, 20 lines are distinct lines. For n is equals to 1 to 10 for this, that means line number 1, line number 3, up till line number 19. They are parallel to each other, parallel. And all the lines L to N, line number 2, line number 4, line number 20, they all pass through the given point P. They are concurrent. So basically they are parallel and they are concurrent. Alright. The maximum number of points of intersection of the pair. Okay, so maximum points of intersection. Basically, this concept is a geometrical permutation and combination. Okay, so what we will do here, since these all lines are meeting at the point single point 1, okay, but these 10 lines can meet with these 10 lines. So what I'll do, the point of intersection of these 10 lines with this 10 line will be 10C1 into 10C1. These all 10 lines will be meeting together at no point, 0 point, because these all are parallel. But these all 10 lines are meeting together at 1 point. So that is why we are adding 1. So that becomes 100 plus 1. So that will become 101. So 101 is the final answer to this problem. I hope, my dear students, you all are able to understand all the questions and the solutions from the 1st February shift 2. Thank you so much for watching the video. We'll meet soon in the next video session. Thank you.